Hi friends, in this lecture we'll discuss text completion double blank. Before watching this video, I suggest you watch text completion single blank questions part 1 because there I explain about the keywords and the connectors, the logic how you have to approach these text completion questions. So please watch that video before watching this. Right? So let's get started. Our question says, modern science has proved that dash traits of every individual are dash stamped in the shape of his body, head, face and hands. An X-ray by which you can read the characteristics of any person on site. Now, don't try to guess the answer taking this whole sentence in a single stance. Okay? Don't take it in a single read. Instead, you have to decode it part by part, right? Taking the helps of the hints given in the question. Now, the modern science has proved that dash traits of every individual are dash stamped in the shape. Till here, this whole thing is one particular clause, right? Now from this one you are not going to get any meaning, right? You are not going to get any hint because in this particular sentence itself there are two blanks, and from this sentence you won't be able to answer the question. Now this question can be answered by taking the help of the following clause, this one. Now if you see this hyphen, this is the connector and this is a supporting connector. So the meaning of hyphen is there will be two entities, left side entity and right side entity. So this hyphen, what it does is whatever entity is coming after the hyphen, that entity is actually an extension of the left side entity. The extension can be extending the idea or it can be corroborating the left side entity by providing certain examples, right? So this hyphen is actually a supporting entity, right? Supporting connector. Now the second sentence, an X-ray by which you can read the characteristics of any person on site, is very important, and this one sentence is going to give the answer for blank 1 and blank 2 also, right? Now see this, once you read this first sentence, what you are getting is modern science has proved that dash traits of every individual are dash stamped in the shape of his body, head, face and hands. So what is the meaning of this, or what is the extended idea of this is an X-ray by which you can read the characteristics of any person on site. Now what is this X-ray refers to? This X-ray is nothing but it is referring to these traits. Okay, it is saying that these particular traits are acting as an X-ray using which you can actually read the characteristics of any person on site. Okay, so definitely these traits must be important traits, right? Only then these traits can be used to read the characteristics of a person. Okay, now these traits can be important or unimportant, but then from this an X-ray by which you can read the characteristics of any person on site, that means this is actually an important traits, right? Important characteristics, right? Important traits. So the blank one is something about important traits. They are important. Why? Because they are used to read the characteristics of any person on site. Now for the second blank you can take the help of options, right? So let's check the options. Now see here, modern science has proved that the fundamental traits, here the traits are important traits, here the fundamental means the basic traits. Okay, so here the blank will be fundamental. Now you can cross this option and this option. Why? Because nugatory means of no value, trivial, and piddling is also means trivial. Someone who is good at vocabulary, straight away they will cancel this and this. Why? Because option A and option C means trivial. Since we are looking for a unique answer in this blank, we can directly cross this nugatory and piddling. Supposing that you don't know what is the meaning of piddling, still you will be able to answer this question by the sense of this, the sense of the sentence, right? These traits are important. Why? Because they are used, they basically determine the characteristics of a person, right? So this must be important, so it is fundamental. Now this nugatory is an important word. This is there in Barron's 3500 word list, right? Coming to the second blank, these every individual are dash, or actually if they are superficially stamped or whether they are indelibly stamped or equivocally stamped. Equivocally means unclear, unclearly stamped. Okay, now these must be indelibly stamped, okay, not superficially stamped, because these traits are so important that they are indelibly means unerasable. We say indelible stains. Indelible stains means stains which cannot be erasable. So indelibly stamped means they are actually unerasably printed on stamped. So you have to opt for indelible, not superficial, because superficial means here the traits won't be so important. These traits are so important that they are indelibly stamped. Okay, that's it. So you have to answer your questions based on the keywords and the connectors and the meaning of the sentences given, right? So you will be able to get the meaning of the sentence only if you are very good at vocabulary. So I always stress learning good vocabulary, because vocab is the key for your verbal scoring. If you are having good skills or if you are having good vocab skills, then definitely you will get a lot of confidence to answer your text completion or sentence equivalence questions, right? So let's move on to our next question. The question says, I read the other day some verses written by an eminent painter which were dash and not dash. In this question we cannot guess anything from the given sentence, right? The keyword here, this is a keyword, but then this keyword is actually useless, so I can't term this as a keyword. So I can never say this is a keyword. So in this sentence there is no keyword, but there is a connector. This connector says opposing connector, right? So whatever comes here, if this is positive, this will be negative, or if this is negative, this will be positive. Now definitely you should take the help of options. So let's see a question here. Now options here are prosaic, iconoclastic, verbose, blasphemous, conventional, stolid. Now this is purely your vocab based question, right? Now see, earlier your GRE, when it is used to be for 1600, you used to get direct questions on vocabulary. They used to ask what is the meaning of so and so word, what is the opposite of so and so word. Now that time they were extensively testing on vocabulary. Now once the shift happened to this kind of questions where they are actually giving a sentence and double blank, triple blank and all, it is not that they're actually ruling out your vocab skills. Okay, still now, even now they're testing your vocab skills, but they're actually testing out your practical vocab skills. Okay, not just your mugging up skills. So how good are you at vocabulary, how good are you at the nuances, how good are you at application of this vocabulary. So now it is time for you to even more focus, even put more focus on vocabulary than earlier, right? But shockingly what happened is people mistook this move as completely ruling out importance of vocabulary, and I have seen people who are only taking the exam just by reading 100 or 200 words, right? That is not at all sufficient. At least you should be good with 2000 to 3000 words. At least you should be good with 2000. If not 3000, at least you should go with 2000 words. That will give you more confidence, okay, and it will make your vocab section very easy. Now say this prosaic. Prosaic means dull and boring. Okay, this is dull and boring. And iconoclastic means attacking cherished beliefs or customs. So attacking beliefs. Now verbose means which is voluminous, unnecessarily filling some sentence structure with lot of words, bloating the structures unnecessarily. So that is verbose, where you speak too much, right? Now blasphemous means something you say that is insulting God or religious beliefs. So again it is something like attacking religious beliefs, right? Religious beliefs. Conventional means it is traditional. Stolid means you can say impassive. Stolid means impassive or stoic, right? Now you have to choose your answer such that blank 1 and blank 2 are antonyms, right? Opposite to each other. Now if you see prosaic, which is dull and boring, there is nothing, no word in blank 2 where it is something like attractive or impressive, right? So straight away you can cancel out your prosaic here. Now if you take verbose, here it is voluminous. So here in the blank 2 options there is nothing like a succinct or very brief kind of thing, right? So straight away you can cancel this as well. Now you are left with option B, iconoclastic. So you can say your option blank B is B here, and now to select out of this DEF you need to check for the opposite of iconoclastic. Here if you see blasphemous, this is actually synonymous to B, right? So you can cancel this out. Now stolid is nothing but impassive or stoic. This is out of context when you compare it with iconoclastic, right? So stolid is nowhere related with iconoclastic, so you can cancel this out. Now conventional is being traditional, right? So this will be the answer. Iconoclastic means attacking beliefs. Conventional means you're not actually attacking, you're following those beliefs or following those rituals which have been followed from a long time, right? So iconoclastic, and this will be conventional. That's it. So let's solve our next question. There are many things to be said against American newspapers. Till here, if you see, this is acting as a keyword. Why? Because this is giving us some meaning. What is the meaning it is conveying? There are many things to be said against. See here, this is what it is saying, right? So it is something like we are hurling some curses, or we are doing something negative. Okay, we are talking something negative about American newspapers. So there are many things to be said against American newspapers, but much of the dash, this dash actually refers to this keyword 1. Okay, so but much of the dash, much of the curses, you can say, for now you can say it's like curses. Okay, much of the curses or much of the blame is dash. This is nothing but neutralized or nullified. So when you read the blank first, you will get these ideas, right? The curse is nullified. Why so? Again, what is the keyword to identify this blank to is this one. When one considers that every now and then they develop a great writer like Don Marquis, this is completely a positive thing, right? Positive thing. So these curses are neutralized because of this particular positive thing, right? So we have to go with curses and neutralize. So let's check our options. So here we are looking for curses, and we are here looking for neutralized or nullifying. So our first option says blandishment, somnolence, indictment. So directly I can go for indictment. Indictment means to charge someone with a crime or criminal activity. Now coming to neutralizing or nullifying, we say quashed. Okay, quashed means nullifying it. Now, so your answers for this question will be C and D. Now, let us see the meanings of these words. Blandishment means pleasing things that you say in order to persuade others or cajole someone, right? And somnolence means sleepy, soporific. Underscored means to emphasize. Actually, the opposite of underscore is underplay. So if you underplay something, you make it seem very less important. That is the meaning of underplay, whereas underscore means to emphasize something. So underplay and underscore are antonyms to each other. Kindle means to excite someone or to make someone hopeful, right? We kindle inspiration. Example, I can say reading the stories of national fighters kindles national spirit, right? Now, so we are done with this question. So let's look at the other question. Occasionally one hears today the statement that we have come to realize that we know dash about evolution. This point of view is healthy reaction to the overconfident belief that we know dash about evolution. Now see here, occasionally one hears today the statement that we have come to realize that we know dash about evolution. So reading till here is not actually giving us any clue, right? We are still clueless. So I cannot take this whole sentence as a keyword. Now if you follow the next sentence, it says this point of view. What is this? Here is the keyword. This point is actually referring to this one. Okay, so answer for blank one is actually lying in the keyword this point. So this keyword refers to this answer. So this point of view is healthy, it seems. That means this is something positive. Is a healthy reaction to the overconfident belief. So here overconfident belief, this is the keyword for second blank. So your second blank is actually depending on this overconfident belief that we know about evolution. Now what is called overconfident? If you feel that you know if you feel that you know everything, that means it is overconfident, right? So here you should have something negative, because it is saying that this particular thing is nothing but being overconfident. Now if you go by literal meaning, it will be like negative. You should get some negative word here, but don't go by literal meanings. Okay, So negative meaning means it will be nothing, positive means it will be everything. But as I told you, don't go by literal meaning, you should go by the sense of the sentence. Now this is a negative connotation word, right? So you should not use nothing here, it should be everything, because knowing everything is treated as overconfident. So knowing everything is a negative thing, not just this word, right? Now similarly, this here it should be nothing. Nothing is actually a negative word, but then if you see the sense of this sentence, this word should give you a positive meaning, right? This whole thing, realize that we know nothing about evolution is a healthy reaction, it seems. So when if you take this whole sentence, right, you know nothing, this will be the answer, right? Don't take this as everything. So your first blank should be nothing, second blank should be everything. So let's look at the options. So it is nothing and this is everything, that's it. Okay, so we have come to realize that we know nothing about evolution. Knowing nothing about evolution is actually a healthy reaction, and if we feel we know everything, that is being overconfident. So here everything, here it is nothing, right? So what I suggest in this question is, don't go just by the signs. You know that this must be a positive term and this must be a negative term, right? Some people, what they do is, looking at this positive term directly, they will start looking for a positive word here. But whereas negative, if you nothing, if you take nothing is a word which is actually a negative word, but then if you plug this word here nothing, this gives you this makes the sentence, this makes this particular clause as a positive thing, right? So you have to take positive thing here. Now let us solve this question. Computers have become adept in rarefied domains once thought to be uniquely human. Now if you take this whole sentence, right, I told you you have to go part by part, don't try to answer taking this whole thing at a time. Okay, now however they simultaneously have dashed certain tasks basic to human experience, including spatial orientation and object recognition, and in so doing have shown us how dash such fundamental skills truly are. Now again, in your thesis and essays, your pronouns, your grammar, little bit of grammar plays an important role, right? You have to know how to identify subject verb agreement, right? Now see here, computers have become adept means skillful, in rarefied domains once thought to be uniquely human. Now this is your keyword. What is the meaning of this keyword? It says that computers have become skillful in so-called domains which were once thought to be only meant for humans. Now even in those domains computers are being very skillful. So this is giving a positive meaning, right? Done. Now if you see here, however, this is a connector, this is a opposing connector. So the word which comes after this, the clause which comes after this, should negate the positive one. So that means it must be negative, right? The clause following this must give you a negative thing, right? Similarly, if you see the above question here, we are talking about the clause, complete clause. We are not talking about this word, okay? This complete clause should give you a positive thing. That means in this blank you should keep a negative word, right? That's how you have to solve the questions, right? Don't just literally follow positive word means you have to get only positive connotation means positive word. Don't go like that, right? After plugging in the word, you have to get a positive connotation. Now however they simultaneously have dash certain tasks basic to human experience. So here they are actually adept, so here they are not actually adept, okay? They simultaneously are not skillful. So something like not skillful. Earlier they are adept, now they are not adept in certain tasks, okay? And what are those tasks? They are spatial orientation and object recognition, and in so doing have shown us how dash such fundamental skills truly are. Here this blank talks about the fundamental skills, right? Shows us how dash such fundamental skills truly are. So we are talking about the fundamental skills, so definitely these fundamental things must be something positive here, right? So a word which describes these fundamental skills, we should have a word here which describes the fundamental skills. So let us go to the options. Now see here, As I told you, here there must be a negative word. Opposite to skillful. Opposite to skillful, here if you see, managed to mimic, wrong, okay, out of context. Here it must be failed to master. Here they are actually very skillful in working on certain domains, but in the next sentence you should get something where they fail to master. Okay, so they fail to master certain tasks basic to human experience, including these tasks. Now, and in doing so have shown us how wonderful these fundamental skills truly are. Okay, we should get something like wonderful, because impressive. Okay, I told you here you should get a positive term. Outmoded means actually outdated. This is a negative term here. Okay, common is not related term here, right? Common is out of context again, so your answer will be impressive. This blank actually defines this fundamental skills truly are. Okay, that's how you need to answer this. So we are done with this video. We'll meet with part 2 of text completion double blank questions, right? If you like the content of this video, please share this video among your friends and family members. Also, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon for further notifications. Thank you.